It's been said that it's the best film to hit theaters, and so far not a single negative review has been mentioned. Does it really deserve the hype? Challengers was a highly anticipated film that has been eagerly awaited for months due to its successful marketing campaign. Challengers is the latest Luca Guadagnino movie, the director of Bones and All and Call Me By Your Name. If you've seen these movies, you know that Guadagnino doesn't settle for anything less than great stories. And the best proof of this is that since the release of the trailer, it's been generating a lot of buzz. Finally, it was released in theaters on April 18th, and since the release, it has been achieving high box office revenues. The film's direction was epically executed, which is expected from the genius director Luca Guadagnino. The film stars a trio of leading actors: Zendaya, who plays the character Tashi, a toxic tennis player for whom the game is more important than anyone and anything. She is married to a tennis champion who has been losing many matches in a row lately, and her plan for making this losing streak stop takes another turn when he's about to play against his former best friend and Zendaya's ex-boyfriend. The film revolves around a love triangle among three tennis players. One of them is her husband, and the other one was her husband's best friend as well as her ex-boyfriend. We learn that they have been all friends back in the days, and over the years we witness the development of their relationships, their friendships, and how each of their lives has evolved up to the present day. The film is presented in a very straightforward way without any complications. The story is as engaging as it is simple. Initially, you might feel that the events are progressing slowly and that there's a bit of boredom because you don't understand what's happening. And I think that's because this movie jumps a lot in timelines. It goes like from the past to the future and from the future to the past again, and sometimes you're in the middle between, but not exactly. It's like a week ago from the present time. So it acquires your focus. There's no dialogue to explain a lot of things, no introduction to the characters or the story. But once you get into the events and understand the characters and what they're doing, you'll find yourself focused and start to engage with what's happening. The cinematography played an important role in this film, especially during the matches. The camera moves with the ball, which makes the film's shooting style unique at times. Long shots of tennis matches demonstrated that the sport is far from boring. I have absolutely not interested in tennis, and yet I found it very interesting being at the point of view of the ball. Makes you extra engaged to the sport and the scenes. The flashbacks played a significant role in the events, showing how the relationships between the characters and with tennis developed. It brings back the same scenes with the same characters from years ago and shows you how they've been changed, their enthusiasm, and how their outlook on the game has evolved. The focus on the teenage years of each of the three characters was crucial for understanding each one's personality and the relationships between them and how they met and the events that led them to drift apart. The flashbacks, specifically the moments that take you back in time, were among the most important aspects of the film. This makes us think about what will happen to a couple who got together because of one career when all of a sudden one of them loses interest in this career. What would they discuss? What interests will they have left when this aspect is away from the equation? Will they stay in love with each other? The film soundtracks were good and engaging. Without it, many scenes wouldn't have been exciting as they were. However, my problem was that it was loud and aggressive, a bit too loud and over the top, especially during the tennis matches. The whole time the tennis match was happening, the music was excessively loud, and also during their argument. And I think that Luca Guadagnino wanted to say that their arguments were pretty much like a tennis match, a back and forth, very intense serves across the pitch, and so are their arguments. He made it feel like a tennis match using the effect of soundtrack. Zendaya played a strong and determined character, completely focused on tennis. She was brutal and she played the character as if it was a life or death matter. This worked in favor of the film as it used her character to explore a person's obsession with tennis, even at the expense of their relationships or emotions. I've seen a lot of her work, but I think Challengers is her best performance yet, most definitely. She played the role with such brilliance that she deserves the credits. Maybe a couple of nominations here and there. Tashi, the toxic character playing off the two friends while being confused herself, was remarkable. She's a peculiar character. You're not sure whether to like, sympathize with, or hate her. I believe Challengers will be a turning point in her career as an actress. In my opinion, a significant part of the film's success is due to her performance, despite her harsh character. Similarly, Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor in the flashbacks played the close friends who are both competing for Zendaya's character. Their performances were excellent, both on and off the court. The love triangle created a strong drama, the competition for Tashi, and the loss of the closest friends over a girl. The chemistry among the three of them was strong, and their roles suited them very well. I gotta say, they were all toxic. They all performed very well, and they succeeded in making me hate them at least. Once at a time, from my perspective, the romantic aspect of the film portrayed all the relationships as toxic. Three characters have toxic relationships with each other, causing significant harm to one another. Although the film is categorized as sports romance, it's far from the typical romance where both parties are in love and want to be together. That doesn't happen here. So the film is far from romantic, but I won't delve into that now. It's not our topic. The dialogue in the film wasn't strong at all. Seriously, it was one of the weakest aspects of the movie, especially in the scenes that brought the three main characters together at the beginning. Throughout the film, I felt like the conversations were repetitive, particularly for Josh O'Connor's character. However, the matches, the gameplay, and the performances help overshadow the weak script. In the third act of the movie, the dialogue improved significantly and started to draw me in. The confrontations between the characters at the end of the film were very powerful. The final match, the strongest one in the film, is a masterpiece. I found myself so attached to the characters that I was cheering for them as if I were right there with them, eager to see who would win. I was amazed by the performances on the court and curious about what they would do next. Even though tennis isn't a sport that I'm interested, the film was so engaging that it kept me attentive and very excited. I want to tell you that I'm not a tennis fan, and honestly, I know nothing about it, but this film made me feel excited about the game while watching. So if you're a tennis fan, I guarantee you'll love this movie, because this movie has a lot and lots of tennis, and I recommend to watch it. I am sure you'll enjoy it. Challengers is R-rated and currently holds a rating of 7.8 out of 10 in IMDb. Well, that's it. Tell me, what do you think about the movie if you have seen it, and if not, would you see it? Tell me what do you think in the comment sections below, and don't hesitate to drop a recommendation to watch. Tell me what you're hyped for in the next video, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!